Hey there, welcome to my channel Imgracia TV. My name is Imgracia, and in this video I'm going to show you guys a couple of stretching poses. These poses are especially to get more openness in the hip area. And I started last week practicing. This is the 7th day. After my yoga practice or before my yoga practice, I do about 20 to 30 minutes, some extra stretching poses. Eventually, I would like to do splits, middle splits, frontal splits, and but more because of the hip opening part, and also to get a little bit more length in the hamstrings. So a little extra. What's very important is that I'm just gonna show the postures. I usually hold them for about 3 to 5 minutes to really get into it, but now I'm just going to show you guys the series I practice. And what's also good to know, if you do it yourself, always make sure you really listen to your body. I know my body very well. I've been practicing yoga for about 9 years, so I really know my body, and I know when to stop. It's not about, I'm definitely going to push a little bit more, but it's not about trying to injure myself. So that's what's very important if you do stretching poses yourself or different yoga poses. Really stay connected with your own body, because otherwise it just gets worse and you get even stiffer than flexible, and that's not what we want. So I'm on my 7th day now, and it's going very well. I am not in my splits yet, but I do feel more openness in the hips. So I've already done my stretching for today. I'm just going to show you guys the postures I use today to open up the hips. If you like to see more videos about yoga postures, about stretching postures, and small yoga classes, subscribe, thumbs up, and for now I'm just gonna start and show you guys the postures I did today after my yoga class. So I'm always making sure that I wear something comfortable, and I also like to wear my socks, and that helps me to get into the deeper slide when I'm going to do the splits. So I'm starting in a laying position, bending my right knee, pulling it towards my shoulder to warm up in the right hip joints. And I'm stretching the leg to warm up the hamstring, bringing my right foot up and then out, getting a deeper stretch, bringing it back. And placing my right foot in front of the left knee, my right arm goes underneath the right knee, and I have my fingers interlaced below the knee, pulling my knee to the chest. Bringing my foot a little bit lower to get a little bit more into the hip joint, and I'm stretching my leg to get a little bit more into the hamstring again. Keeping the hips on the floor and getting the most stretch. And doing the other side. Normally I do these postures for at least a minute, but now I'm just showing real quick the series I practice. And sometimes do a little bit extra posture, sometimes less. But this is basically the postures I always do. Now making circles with the knees, again to warm up the hip joints. And the other side. And I'm putting my hair in a bun so I have less distraction. And I'm doing rock the baby. Again, opening up the hips, having a high lift in the chest and keeping the hips on the floor. And going right, left, right, left. And from there, I'm going to do preparation for splits. I'm starting on the side that's more flexible. So I'm hanging my hips down, stretching the front of the left hip, stretching the right leg, getting a stretch in the hamstring. And again, pushing the hips down, bending the knee to get even more stretch. And then turning my left foot all the way out, an external rotation in the hip, and I'm sitting my hips down. Very intensive stretch for me. From there, I'm going into a swan. Stretching the chest up and doing a laying swan. And stretching out to the left with a little extra stretch and coming back up. Bending the knee. I'm going to give it a try. So I'm stretching the front leg first, flexing my foot, and then stretching my left leg as much as possible, and then sliding down. I like to rock a little bit left, right. That helps me to get a little bit deeper sometimes. And when I'm pretty low on the floor, I put my knee down and stretch my left foot. And of course, that point you want to hold it for at least 20 counts, so the body will get used to that new point. I'm doing the other side, same thing. So the warm-up is basically just stretching the front hamstring and the back quadricep, the front of the right hip. Because these parts of your body, you need the length to get into the split. So again, the swan, keeping the right hip down to get the most stretch. Laying swan. A little extra stretch. I like to kiss my toes just for fun. Bending the knee. And I'm going to give it a go. For me, this is the more challenging side because my left hamstring is a little bit tighter. So front leg is straight, flexing my foot, back leg straight, and then sliding down. And just seeing where I end up, going left, right. This is the deepest I can go. So you can see there's quite a difference between left, right. But that will change in time by practicing. So I'm using a blanket for wide knee child's pose, sliding the knees out as much as possible. My heels are underneath the hips. And from an upright position, I stretch down, walk my hands forward, and pushing my chest forward. It's a nice hip opener. And from there, I go into frog. I have a 90-degree angle in the knees and the ankles. And I'm sliding the knees down as much as possible, bringing the hips down. And from there, I go lower, maybe on the elbows first. And eventually sliding my arms forward, getting my chest down. So eventually I hope to get my hips on the floor, but there's a lot of gap, as you can see. So in time, we'll just see how it goes. And from there, I go to straddle. I take my socks off so my feet won't slide back. Bring my feet out as much as possible. Flexing the feet and turning the toes back so I have an external rotation in the hips. But I'm tilting my pelvis forward. Walk my hands forward in the center, stretching the spine. I'm going to the right. Going back to the center. And going to the left. So I feel a lot of hamstrings in this one. In the middle part of the legs, also nice length. Stretching the chest forward more. And bringing the knees back. As a counter pose, I like to do windshield wiper. Windshield wipers, left, right. And I like to finish off in a backward bend because I've been doing a lot of forward bends. So I finish off with a lying butterfly. So these are the postures I practice every day now since last week. This is day 7, and I'm gonna see where I end up in 30 days. And it'll be fun if you would join in this journey. So subscribe and thumbs up if you like it, and let me know what you think. And if you're on your own journey, just let me know your story. Hope to see you on my next video. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.